Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining us. And I mean, we have, like I said earlier, our spoiled agents from across Canada and the US. And I know that you guys are in for
We
a treat
love you.
today because you have our friend Nancy Drolet, who is
Hey.
the founder, president, chief lady at the One Caribbean US and Canada. Welcome, Nancy. How are you?
I'm fantastic and just thrilled to be here with you and with all our amazing spoiled agents. I'm seeing all the hearts and everything pop up on screen. Thank you. And I brought three wonderful islands for you guys to get to know. If you didn't know them already, you're going to know them at the end of this session, right?
That's
Do you want
it.
me to start, Susan? I can start by introducing all of our wonderful partners today.
Sure. And then we'll talk about the prize as well after. Is that okay? And
Okay,
some
that sounds
housekeeping.
fantastic. So we've got Bonaire here. We're going alphabetically. So Crystal from Bonaire and thrilled. Crystal is going to be going on mat leave shortly. Should I share
Yes,
that information?
yes,
But
of course.
we're super happy that you could be here today. We've got Cindy Miller-Aird, who needs no introduction, handling Dominica today. She's at the helm. So thrilled to have you, Cindy. And then we've got Monique from the Martinique Tourism Office from the US office, but handling both today. We've got a mixture of Canada, US. We're all one beautiful continent and we're all focused on promoting the Caribbean. So
Welcome.
thrilled to have you. Thank you so much. So Susan, are we going to mention the prizes?
Yeah, so I think let's mention because I know Nancy, you guys have been super generous with not one, but two prizes, one for US, one for Canada, right, Nancy? Want to tell us what that
Well,
is?
we have to be fair to both sides, and everybody seems to love the gift card. So on the US side, we do Amazon gift cards, and on the Canadian side, we do giftcards.ca, and you choose which gift card you want. So we're happy if you're happy, and we'll of course award it to the one that has, we look at all the ones that are here for the entire webinar, right?
Oh, for sure. And we sent over that report for Nancy. We're going to give her a couple days because I know she's busy. But I want to just do a quick shout out here. We've got our friends over here on Facebook as well. Hello, Facebook friends.
Hey, hello,
If you're
Facebook.
Facebook, if you're joining us on Facebook, I see people like Paul and Tina, just to name a few, have
Oh,
already put their emails in the comments. Only for our Facebook spoiled agents, please add your email in the comments so we know you're here and to qualify for the prize. Zoom friends, we've got you guys covered because you're already registered. I
yeah.
also want to say a special hello over here because I got four screens and one of them has YouTube on it. So we
Oh,
get covered. And Zoom friends, of course. So thank you, everyone. Nancy, we're going to leave the questions to the end, and please, guys, only use the Q&A box. We're going to keep the hellos, the oohs, and the ahs, if you will, for the chat. It'll be much easier for us to manage the questions. I see some people using it for the hellos, but we'll just keep those later. But we really are happy to see you all. And I'm going to see you all at the end of the Q&A. And we're going to take any questions that the ladies haven't answered. How's that?
for sure.
Thanks, Nance.
Sounds
Thanks, ladies.
fantastic. So I'll get started and thank you so much. So welcome everybody. We're absolutely thrilled that you could come today to this wonderful webinar where we can introduce three different islands to you. As you know, we are One Caribbean. We're united in our efforts to promote the entire region through both onecaribbeancanada.ca and onecaribbeanusa.com. So we're a single focal point for you and for your clients, for anyone that needs more information on the Caribbean. We'll connect you to the right spot on the Tourism Board's website to save you time. But remember, we are a resource, we're a sales tool, we are not a booking site. Okay, we're not your competition. We are your partner in every sense of the word. We're a safe place that you can send your clients. Okay. So I want to tell you about a couple of things that are new on the website. You probably would have seen in the e-blast that I've been sending out that we have the updated Caribbean event calendar on both websites. The ones on the left are the English and French version for Canada, and then there's the English version on the US site. In both advisor portals, we have all the events by category available in a PDF that you can download and send to your clients. Need more information on it? Don't hesitate to contact me. But this we created for you to use for clients who might be interested in food festivals or music festivals or any of the myriad carnivals that we have in the Caribbean. These are for you to use, and they're in the advisor portal, and you can download them. Of course, there's maps on both websites that you can also download, shows on both websites. So if somebody doesn't exactly know where a country is located, this map is a great resource. I want to remind you that the accommodation portal is there. So all of our hotel, resorts, villa partners, we're adding more properties every day, smaller boutique properties, some all-inclusives, etc. But I also wanted to highlight that we added in a listing of all the hotels in the Caribbean that have earned one of four different green certifications. So Green Key, Green Globe, etc., LEED, that is all there. So if you've got clients that are interested in knowing who's achieved a certification, that's where we've put it. Now, we had dive operators on our website. We had golf courses on our website that we added earlier this year. We just added court sports within the last month and a half. So we're adding more and more dive operators. We're adding more golf courses if they become available or a country comes online. But you guys asked us for pickleball, padel, tennis, and basketball. And oh my goodness, somebody asked me for beach volleyball. So that'll be next. But for now, if you click on court sports, we tell you how many courts are available in each location. So if you guys are working on a group and you need that information, it's here at your fingertips, okay? Both websites. We are encouraging the exploration, of course, of the Caribbean via inter-island travel. So you can do that as an excursion. You can plan an island hopping vacation, click on activities and transportation, click on ferries for the list of public ferries, but we are adding more inter-island airlines. So we added St. Bart's Executive and Air Inter-Ile, but we also added Cayman Airways, and we're told Winair is joining, so hopefully we'll have Winair up on the site shortly. Stand by. Uh, I think that this is an underused area, and I want to make sure that you guys know about this area because we created it for you. Under the Insider Info tab, these are marketing tools that you can use to build your Caribbean business. These are screenshots of the most recent articles on each of the websites, but there's a ton more. Every 2 weeks, we do a new roundup article that features anywhere from 3 to 5 different Caribbean countries on a variety of topics. So if the topic is of interest to you, send it to your clients individually. If you want to use a portion of it or all of it in your newsletter, you can do it. There's nothing on there that says how to book. Any references that we make at any time is go see your travel advisor. So these are neutral and as neutral as we can make them so that you can use them to promote in your own newsletters or in your own social media. Okay, so don't forget to look under the Insider Info tab. And don't forget, under What's New, this is where we post the weekly e-blast on both sites. And that's the event logo. And we also have an agent rate and incentive logo. When you click on that, that's where you find all the agent rates, all the incentive programs that the hotels or destinations are offering you, where to log your bookings, and all your specialist programs. So that is all for you. Okay? Help us help you. The more of you that register on our website, the easier it is for us to get more and more countries and hotels to join us. So we love your feedbacks and suggestions. Please register if you haven't done that already. So for today's webinar, we're going to discover the Caribbean, adventure, and ecotourism. And I called it a trifecta because we've got three different countries with us today. We want you to be able to give your clients more than just a beach vacation and to learn about how to position the adventure and ecotourism experiences on land and at sea. We wanted you to also be able to sell sustainability as a selling point. So we talked about sustainability in the last webinar that we did, where we talked about countries and how they were protecting their environment to use, all the tools that they had to ensure that they're leaving it better than they found it, right? So we want you to be able to stand out with that insider destination knowledge and learn about the ecotourism and adventure offerings. So without any further ado, we're going to start with Bonaire and the lovely Crystal, and I'm going to ask her to show her beautiful face again and unmute yourself, and then we're going to take you through a presentation for Bonaire. Go for it, Crystal, and I'll click you through.
Thank you, Nancy. As Nancy mentioned, I'm Crystal. I'm the U.S. and Canada representative for the Tourism Corporation Bonaire. I know a lot of people might not know Bonaire. We are the lesser known island in the Caribbean. So Nancy, you can slide through the next slides. Yes, you can keep going. Yes, you can keep going a little further. Yes, I'm going to start quickly with a few Bonaire facts. So Bonaire is located all the way in the southern Caribbean. We're part of the ABC Islands together with Aruba and Curacao. Next slide, please. Since October 10th, 2010, we are an island municipality of the Netherlands. So Bonaire isn't very big. We are 11 kilometers by 38 kilometers. So Bonaire is pretty easy as a visitor that you can drive through. Within a day, you can honestly see majority of the island. So our capital is actually Kralendijk, and the oldest village on the island is Rincon. And the population is about 27,000 as of earlier this year. Our currency is the US dollar. So it makes it easy as an American and also as a Canadian to visit the island. So Bonaire is known for speaking 4 languages. So our official language is Dutch. And our native language is Papiamento, which is a mixture of, you can say, Portuguese and Spanish. And also Spanish and English are spoken widely on the island. So the weather in Bonaire is all year. We have warm, sunny, so perfect weather for you to visit the island. It's usually around 32 degrees in Celsius, and it can get lower to about 23 degrees Celsius. We don't really have rainy season in the island. So between, let's say, November to January, we have the rainy season. But rainy season for us means it will rain for half an hour max, and then it's already beautiful, sunny, that you can enjoy the island. Yes, keep going. So yeah, so we're known for having our culture. We're very protective of our nature and our heritage. So these are some beautiful pictures of the island where you can see, we have the goats, we have people biking, we have our donkeys, which is beautiful to see on the island. So we're known for our eco-friendly adventures. We have windsurfing, we have kite surfing, we have something that is very unique, which is land sailing. We have obviously diving. You can kayak in the mangroves. So the island has a lot to offer from the younger kids to the older crowd. And yes, since 2022, we are part of the culinary capital. So this was something very unique to us to be part of, which, as you can see, we have also food-wise, when it comes to food, we have a local, which is called the criollo food, which is based of stews, soups, a lot of seafood, so a lot of like fried fish. And we also have a mixture of like an infusion of the Dutch, the Italian, the Spanish. So there's something for everyone once you visit the island. Why choose Bonaire? So we're outside the hurricane belt. So all year you can visit the island. It doesn't matter. You can plan to visit the island throughout the year. We are peaceful, a very uncrowded destination, as we don't have as many airlines flying to the island. So it's a little bit trickier to get to the island, let's say. But that makes it unique as well. So if your clients want a more like laid back, Bonaire is a perfect destination. And like I said, we have also sustainable tourism, and is a very safe island. So yes, so Bonaire, we do have the waters, majority of the waters around the island is protected. And that's why also visitors to the island do have to pay a nature fee. This helps to keep the waters and the nature protected. Shore diving. So a lot of times when we mention Bonaire, people don't really know Bonaire unless you're a diver. So for over 30 years, Bonaire has been winning the prize of shore diving capital according to scuba diving Reader's Choice. So that's something we're very happy and proud of. The island has over 86 dive sites, so it's very people who are divers, they can come and dive very independently. You can just rent a truck, drive around. We have all our dive sites are marked by a Yellowstone, so it's very easy to do. Also, we have the Ramsar site. So in right here, it's beautiful to go kayaking in the mangroves. It's very relaxing, and just you can enjoy this as well on the island. Yes, so we do have a lot of, like I mentioned earlier, eco adventures. So we have hiking, we have biking, we have, you can continue, Nancy. We have also, like I said, yes, hiking, and we also have tours for bird watching. We have a donkey sanctuary, we have a flamingo sanctuary. You can keep going, Nancy. And beautiful landscapes. So if you want to see the beautiful nature, we have some beautiful hills that you can see majority of the island. We have the flamingo sanctuary where that's protected, so people cannot get into that area, but it's beautiful to see where the flamingos live. And it's also very beautiful to see because on the flamingo side, the water is beautifully pink. Then on the other side, you will see the crystal clear blue water. So it's a beautiful place to see. Yes, so we do have some conservation initiatives on the island. We have the reef renewal, which is where they plant the corals. Not only the locals are take part in this, but also visitors. So as a visitor, you can also come to the island and plant the corals, and these get put back underwater so to keep growing the corals. We also have a sea turtle conservation where they check on the sea turtles, make sure everything is good with them, with the nesting, and so on. And Stinapa, that's the nonprofit organization. They are the one that manages the protected areas of the island. So once you pay the nature fee, that goes to them to keep protecting and making sure everything around the island is taken care of. And of course, when it comes to accommodations, we have different kind of accommodations from boutique hotels to dive resorts to villas to apartments. There's something for every kind of visitor. Bonaire isn't known to have all these name brand hotels, so you wouldn't find a Hyatt, a Hilton, nothing like that on the islands. It's more smaller scale accommodations from moms and pops. And it's funny because sometimes you see some visitors that come to the island. They've been coming for 30 years and they're staying at this specific resort for the past 30 years. So not only are they keep returning to the island, but they stay at the same resort, so they become part of the family of these accommodations. So that's beautiful. And typically people would stay around 7 to 10 days on the island. How to get to the island? So like I mentioned earlier, we don't have as many flight options as some other Caribbean islands. These are the airlines that serve the island, from United that leaves out of Newark and Houston to Delta out of Atlanta, WestJet that has seasonal flights out of Toronto, and American out of Miami. And we do have inter-island flights. So for example, the visitor can fly to Curacao or Aruba and island hop to Bonaire. And we do have a media gallery. I will share this with Nancy as well, so she can share it with all of you if you want to find any pictures or videos of the island so you can help sell it as well. And we do also offer fem trips. So if any of you are interested in visiting the island so you can sell the island better or just to get to know the island, Nancy will share the information and then you can contact me so we can add you to our list.
Look at all the hearts that went up on that one. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you so much, Crystal.
Thank you.
A great overview of Bonaire, and honestly, just looks like such a beautiful island. So now we get to head on. Thank you from Bonaire, and we're going to introduce you to Dominica and the lovely Cindy. So Cindy, I'll just keep clicking through. You tell me
Thank
when
you,
to
Nance.
start.
Thanks, Nance. So hi, everyone. It's so great to see all of you. What a wonderful turnout. Thanks to Nancy and to Susan with Spoiled Agent and Nancy from One Caribbean. So I'm going to give you a bit of an overview about Dominica, and that is actually the pronunciation of the island. I think some people get confused and they think we're part of the Dominican Republic, but indeed we are not. We are our own island, and it's pronounced Dominica, and we're called the Nature Island. So, just to mention a few of the accolades that we've won recently, and one I'm really excited about was the Travel and Leisure Award, which we just won last week for the #1 Caribbean island destination at the Travel and Leader World Best Awards. So, we're so excited about these awards. But I'm excited about the AFAR Award that we won recently for the favorite solo female travel destination. It talks a little bit to the safety of the beautiful island of Dominica. So lots of great awards. And I'm going to take you a little bit. We're going to see a short video now, and then I'll come back to you in a minute. So I love all those pictures. It kind of creates, I feel like it shows you a little bit of the incredible nature and the really interesting topography on the island of Dominica. So we have over 365 rivers and waterfalls, incredible rainforests, and lots of opportunities for adventure. We're a destination not really of white sand beaches, but of beautiful black sand beaches and lots of great adventure activity. So, Nance, if you can progress to the next one, it shows you a little bit about where we are. We are very close to Guadeloupe and Martinique. So, Martinique is our neighbor to the south. We're also close to St. Lucia. And in so many ways, our topography reflects the area that we're in, right between the Leeward and the Windward Islands. So just quickly, our size, we are bigger than Bonaire. We're 29 miles long by about 16 miles wide. We have over 290 square miles that make up the island, but 2/3 of the island is a tropical rainforest. We have some features like the largest boiling lake in the Western Hemisphere. We also have over 180 different types of birds and so many thousands of plant species. And we also have something very unique, which is the largest population of indigenous people, the Kalinaga, who live on the island of Dominica. And our population about 70,000. So just keep that in mind. Everyone speaks English, and I'm going to take you on a little bit of a tour around the island just so you can see some of our great sights. So I want to take you to the north first, just to let you know a lot of people that come in by cruise ship, if you come in by Star Clippers, you'll come up to the Cabrettes National Park up on the north part of Dominica. So there are lots of great attractions there, including one of my favorites, which is the Indian River. And Nance, you can just move through this if you would, just to kind of keep it going. This is Cabrettes, which is an 18th century fort. You're going to see a slide next of the Indian River, which this was where Pirates of the Caribbean, there were a number of scenes that took place in this beautiful river. And the rafting trip through here is one that a lot of people take advantage of. Make sure you go to Syndicate Nature Trail. This is where it's UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's also where you're going to find the Cicero parrot, and you'll also find the redneck parrots. So lots of great bird watching here. Very fun walking trail. And then Purple Turtle Beach is another spot in the north. And then we're going to continue down just a bit to see some of the areas that are in the western side. That's Batabo Beach and Red Rocks. And Nance, again, you can just keep on going with these just so people can see. This also was a location of one of the scenes from Pirates of the Caribbean, which is wonderful. And then the next is the Red Rocks, which is also kind of an area of dark reddish clay that overlooks the Atlantic Ocean. And then down in the south, one of my favorites is Champagne Reef. This is an area where people are snorkeling in an area of really active hot springs. So as you're snorkeling, it feels like you're in a champagne glass. It's just incredible. Very, very neat. Short snorkel trip to get there. So they're underwater hot springs. And I absolutely love that area. And then moving forward, the eastern side is where the Kalinaga territory is. We have some great experiences where people can really spend a day and kind of see this Kalinaga area. So we have some ways that people can explore culturally. And then there's a couple of great waterfalls, Sari Falls and Victoria Falls. And you can see here some of the shots of that. And the beautiful waterfalls just don't end. Victoria Falls, one of the great ones, and Sari also one of the higher falls, which is very special. And then Marrow Beach is one of our other very pretty beach areas. And as I mentioned, you're not really coming to Dominica for the white sand, but you're going to find a lot of other great activity. So now, just to bring you over to the interior, which tends to be my favorite spot, there's Jacko Falls and also Emerald Falls. These are two great areas that you can walk to. And I like to mention, like the walk to Emerald Falls, these are very short walks that many of the trails are paved trails. So people have really great access to them. Emerald Pool, again, great area for swimming. Jacko Falls, another one that also has a natural pool. And then kind of our signature attractions, which I think a lot of you may have visited if you've been on a cruise ship, are T2 Gorge, Trafalgar Falls, Watton and Trafalgar has the Twin Falls. And I love T2 Gorge because you swim through this area and you're rewarded at the very end with an incredible, beautiful waterfall. So the water is cool. And then we've got a boiling lake. This is a little bit more of a hike, but I've got some good news on how this is getting more accessible coming up very quickly. But right now it's about a 2.5 hour hike to get here. And then Middleham Falls, another one of the hikes that's a little bit longer to get to. But Another favorite spot of mine is the next picture, which is this great area called Waten. And there are dozens of areas that people can go to hot springs and mud baths in this Waten area. So what a great combination. Waterfalls, and then you've got these great hot springs that you can end it with. So again, Nance, if you can progress a little bit more, that would be awesome because I want to mention about the whale watching. And I know how amazing Bonaire is for diving. We have something very unique in Dominica, and some of you may have even caught the special. 60 Minutes did a special very recently about the whales, the sperm whales that live off the coast of Dominica. And I've had a chance to see it a few times, and this is incredible. It is a swim and snorkel experience with the sperm whales. There's over
Wow.
250 sperm whales that live here. They're primarily women's sperm whales. So what they do, use it as a breeding ground. And boy, oh boy, is it incredible. And even our whale watching trips, because we have many that go by boat, it's about a 95% success rate of seeing the whales. So again, very, very amazing. And we do have lots of world-class diving, and some of our hotels specialize in it. So thank you. I want to just quickly mention the cable car because I mentioned this is a long walk to get to here. And now we've got the cable car that people are going to be able to visit it by. And Nance, I don't think we're going to have time to show the video, but if you can just push it forward, I think they might be able to see this is something that
Discover
people are.
Dominica as
Oh,
she stands tall in her beauty, the jewel and the nature isle of the
So
Caribbean.
that's
story.
fine, Nance.
I'll
That's
click
perfect.
through it. But you know what we could do? We'll send it to them so that
Awesome.
they can watch that video because I think it's super neat to have this brand new cable car that's supposed to open up, what, at the
I
end of this year,
know it
beginning of
is.
next?
It's opening in the first quarter, so we're so excited. And um, so Nancy, lastly, I just want to mention, we've got Intercontinental, which is exciting. We have Secret Bay, we've got Colibri Wedge, we've got Jungle Bay. We have an amazing collection, Fort Young, one of our great dive hotels. And then we have lovely eco resorts also that you'll find. So really around the island, you've got a great collection of lovely properties, and I'm happy to share any of that with all of you. So thank you for the time and the opportunity. And it's a place that I think you just can't miss. So would love to share more details later.
Awesome, Cindy. Those photos were amazing. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank
And
you.
I will send the link to the video to
Awesome.
everyone with my wrap up thank you. And now we're moving on. We're going a little further south now. We went south, then we came north. Now we're going south a little bit to the beautiful island of Martinique. And over to you, Monique.
Yes, bonjour, everyone.
Bonjour.
My name is Monique from Martinique. So, as you can see, it's unique and you cannot forget about me. So, anyhow, let's dive into Martinique some more and talk about what the destination has to offer. Next, Nancy. Yes. So basically, Martinique is located in the southern part of the Caribbean. We are actually in the Leeward Islands between Dominica in the north and St. Lucia in the south. So we are extremely close to them. And the island is only 436 square miles. And what you need to know is that the average temperature is all year round around 79 degrees, and in the water about 81 degrees. So just to give you a heads up of what to expect when you have the blues during the winter time. Next. Yes. So we have a little bit less of 348,000 inhabitants. And because we are a French island, we are the currency that we use is the euro. But rest assured, when you go to tourist attractions, you will be able to use US dollars. And also, we accept credit cards. So this is the magical things to pull while you are on the island. Otherwise, I need to warn you, because we are French and we follow all the European standards, you need to make sure that you come with an adapter, because our currency is 220 volts. So you might be in trouble if you forget about that. Next. Yes, we have actually two peak seasons that I would like, 2 seasons, sorry, that I would like to mention. I know that usually during winter time, the Caribbean is always in the mind of everybody, but for us, we are not different than the others, actually. We have a peak season, which is from December till April. And during that time, the weather is very cool, is agreeable, the rain hardly falls, and we are basically open to welcome everybody. It's a festive time during December with the holidays. And this is the best time for me. I love it because I'm in the US, and when I'm home, I cannot wait for all the cuisine that we have. Otherwise, I don't know. I think I lost you.
No, I've got you still. Can you hear me?
Tell me. Okay, I'm hearing
Yeah.
you, but I do not see anything from you.
Oh, okay.
I
So
don't have
you were
any.
just going to talk about off season from June to November.
Okay, I don't have any. Okay, I don't have any images to continue, but this is the
Okay,
map.
I'm gonna flick to your top selling points, your top 5 selling point. Can you see that image?
I am out of image.
Okay,
This
so
is-
I'll speak to it and then you can jump
Okay.
in. Your top
Okay.
selling points, number 1 was friendly and welcoming.
Yes, we are a friendly and welcoming people. I believe what we sell about is the warmth, the time that you could have on the island. You know, you cannot go without it. Also, we have Martinique, like I said, because we are a French island in the Caribbean. I don't know what's going on. So sorry about that.
No,
Because
that's
we have,
okay.
no, I'm really, because I cannot see what I'm doing. I will just talk about
Technology is never our friend. But I
exactly.
did want to point out on your top 5 selling points about your wide choice of direct flights, and that we have flights from Toronto. We have lots of flights from Montreal and
Yes,
Quebec. And then
yes.
you have a flight, is it from Miami?
We actually, yes, I was planning to talk about this a little bit later, but it doesn't matter. So actually, we have up to 18 flights this upcoming winter season from Canada, out of Montreal, Toronto, and Quebec City, with Air Canada and Air Transat. And from the US, with American Airlines, we have 3 flights a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. And that's all year round out of Miami. So these are the way that you could get to the island and be welcome. Another point
Perfect.
that I wanted to go and add is that we have an exceptional cruise season upcoming with MSC. MSC actually, for the first time, has decided to have 2 ships that will be calling in Martinique, and one will be the MSC Opera. We will be calling as of we have 2 inaugural flights. It's 2 new ships coming. The first one is on November 20th with the MSC Opera, and it will be a port of call. And the second one, as of December 5th, will be with the MSC World Europa. So this is the largest ship coming to Martinique as a transit ship, with more than almost 7,000 cruise passengers will be in Martinique at that time. And for the Europa now, the season will end on April 10th. Whereas the first, Martinique is one of the pilot islands with the new program that MSC is launching with a year-round Southern Caribbean program. And we are honored that we have been chosen as the second official dual embarkation port for MSC Opera, and which will continue the season that started in November 20th, 2026, and will end in September 2024-27. So this is really a fantastic news for us, because we always wanted to have some cruising during the summertime, and this is happening. So this is something that I wanted to share with you. And like I said, in Martinique, we were welcoming the snowbirds, but now we will be welcoming the sunny birds.
That's a great point. Okay, yeah. So I just flicked to the slide that speaks to Martinique's UNESCO designations.
Yes, now, Martinique is actually a UNESCO, has been chosen by UNESCO for several reasons. First was in 2020 with the Yule Round, which is a traditional fishing boat embarkation that's really specific to Martinique. This is with this. If you come to Martinique the first week of August, you will be able to witness a spectacular race, because at this time, all the island, basically everybody just stops and follow the race on land, on sea, everywhere. So you have after parties, you have everything. It's really a magnificent sport. Also, after this, when we won this distinction, we end up having a second one, which was for the biodiversity. So the whole entire island, the maritime and earth, we'll say, of Martinique, has been recognized as a biodiversity reserve. And the last one was with the Mont Pelé volcano and the Northern Piton, where it was recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites because of the global significance in volcanology, especially after the eruption of May 8, 1902. It's something that nobody can forget. 330,000 people, perish in minutes. So this is really something that we cannot forget. And also because of their rich endemic biodiversity that you will find in this area, in the northern part of the island. So this
excellent. So the next slides that we had speak to the flights, and since we've already spoken of that, I'll go past that. But yes, I also wanted them to see that the airport that they arrive in is coded FDF,
yes,
in Fort-de-France, and that is where the international airport is located. So these were the flights that Monique spoke about from Montreal, Quebec, Toronto with Air Canada, Air Transat, and then of course those 3 flights per week on American Airlines from Miami. So now I'm on the screen that speaks to some of the eco lodges that are in the southeast part of Martinique, from Le François to Sainte-Anne.
Yes, actually, in Martinique, we have a lot of unusual accommodation, and I will name a couple of them. Like we have Le Domaine des Bulles. We also have a place called Spère de Lune, which is also named as Dôme Nature and Spa, Lodge and Spa. But apart from these, we have a lot of ecologies. So one of them that you see is the Domaine de Puy-Ferrat, which is actually a certified farm with whose mission is just to make sure that when you stay with them, they would like at least for you to spend a couple of days, because they want you to share the daily life with them. You will be able to plant and you will have to feed the animals, and whatever they grow, that's what they serve you also. So it's very eco-friendly. It's an eco-friendly activities while you are there.
Beautiful. It looks beautiful.
Thank you.
So now we're on the sailing and yachting screen.
Yes, for the sailing, because we are an island, of course, any type of water sport activities, you will find it in Martinique. What is more special about it is that you will find some unusual one, like for instance, I don't know if you're familiar with something called bois flot. You will see it in another slide, but I want to talk about it because this is actually the modern surfing board that we have in Martinique, which is actually an inheritance from the Amerindians. Cindy mentioned about the population that they had the Kalinagos, so they migrated to Martinique, and we have some of that remnants there that make us a little bit, different. And I'm thinking because we already have 3 UNESCO recognition, maybe the Bois Flot will be the 4th one that the island will get. Although also for the sailing, what you need to know is that we have 5 marinas in Martinique, and the largest one also for the Caribbean is in the town in the south called Le Marin, where you will have the opportunities to either sail with a skipper or without a skipper. You will be able to check your water because Martinique water is a safe water to use. So they usually the skippers or the boat owners, they come to Martinique before they go in the neighboring islands, and they make sure they shop in Martinique for all their food, etc. What else to say?
Well, I think there's a list on the screen that speaks to all the wonderful water sports. Of
Okay.
course, introduction to the yawl, which you already spoke about,
Okay.
beautiful boats with those square sails and something to see at the beginning of August. But surfing and paddleboarding,
Yes.
kayaking, wakeboarding, kite surfing, deep sea fishing, diving. There's a lot of great dive spots
Yes, we
in
do have.
Martinique as well.
Exactly. We do have a lot of great spots, and I see on the slide you have a couple of names there of the great dive with the companies that we have on the island. But I would like to really acknowledge two of them because of their electro solar panels that they have on their board, on their ship. Sorry, it's Diage and Canopy Blue, because of the way that they decided to go really solar, and that's what makes them different from the others. But all of them, of course, are great partners.
And Natia Bell, we have them on our website. So if anyone wants to go under the dive section, you can link right to that dive center as well.
Yes, and also for Natia Bells, I wanted to add, they usually they have they usually go and for the protection of the corals, so they like to dive and they make sure that they take care of those corals. That's one of their mission that they're really passionate about.
Perfect. Okay, and now we're on the trekking and wilderness slide, which I think is really important to remember with all your beautiful mountains, that you have amazing hiking trails
Yes,
for every level, right, of
yes.
hiker.
Yes, for every level of hikers, we have about 300 of marked trails that you could do. And before I think I had 364. So I used to tell people you need to spend at least three visits in Martinique because you're entitled to stay for 3 months. Time you do everything, you have enough time to discover all of our trails. And you have great, great, great trails, especially in the north. When you go, it's really spectacular because it's like you have the rainforest. First of all, in Martinique, you have different typology. So you have in the south, it's really dry, so it's different. It's you will find even a little spot in Martinique, in the last town, where you will find a little desert. So you will have some cactuses, etc. But then when you go in the center of Martinique now, it's because it's became it's more the water. You have the rainforest in the center of the island, sorry, And then you will have the Balata Gardens, for instance, which is a wonderful place to visit, which has several distinctions as well. And when you go up, it will be where you will see now the Mount Pearly volcanoes and all the northern part of the island that UNESCO already said it was magical. So those are places that you could go and discover, I know, for any type of hike. And I discovered a hike recently that you could do from Pêcheur to Grand Rivière. When you go by foot, you go one way and then you come back with a fisherman that will take you back where your car is parked, because when you realize the distance that you accomplish, and it's so magical to be able to discover the coastline from the boat, that this is something that I will recommend to do as well.
Wonderful. So I've been showing them the slides of what you've been speaking about, and now we're coming through to all the activities and events that go on throughout the year. And I know a lot of these events are included in our Caribbean event catalog as well, including some of the hikes that you were talking about, because those are under our other sporting activities as well, if you wanted to look at those events. But there's pilgrimages, and you mentioned the Christmas ones. We're coming up in, I know it's early, we're still in August, but thinking forward, that you have Christmas events that go on that start in November, right?
Yes, actually, when you go and you are in Martinique, they usually have some types of caroling, but it's a traditional caroling with drums. You will have people having drums, and they have their special songs that they have, and it's really participative. So you go and you just enjoy. You go and you bring your food, and you have special dishes. You have patties, you have ham, you have pigeon peas, you have yam. So it's just a festival of culinary festival during that time of the year with, of course, our alcohol. You know, Martinique is the only AOC destination, the best rum of the world. I know my other colleague will maybe doubt me, but this is what it is. And during that time, we have a drink that we do with sour. We use a lot of sour as well. So all the liquors are made homemade liquors with coconut, and this is just something to do. And I also
Well,
discovered that when it's winter time, I'm sorry to interrupt. When it's winter time, I know some people might think, oh, it might be too much, too crowded and everything. But I realized that when you finish with the festivities of December and before Carnival, which is in February, March, or sometimes, January is the perfect time if you want to leave the harshness of the weather temperature where you live and go to Martinique and enjoy. And also, it's only 1 hour time difference in winter time. So for people who are interested to France, well, know that Martinique is France in the Caribbean. Whatever you will find in
exactly.
France, you find it in Martinique. So the French church is there. Our chefs are superb. They know what they're doing. You will, anywhere you go, you do not have to go to any particular restaurant, high-end restaurant. You could go to mom and pops. You will not be disappointed with the quality of the food that you will find.
And
So,
I concur. And I was introduced to tea punch in
oh,
Martinique, which became one of my favorite beverages.
oh,
So,
okay.
so Monique, I'm going to play the video now, and
Thank you.
then we'll wrap up and we'll do Q&A in just a moment. So here's a short video on the beautiful island of Martinique.
Thank
And
you,
there we
Nancy.
go. Thanks,
Thank
Monique.
you. Thank
So we're
you.
going to invite Susan back and Cindy and Crystal. And I know we went a bit over of our time because we had some technical difficulties there, but are there any questions, Susan, that all our wonderful spoiled agents have for these beautiful islands?
Well, I just want to say thank you to Cindy and Crystal for being behind the scenes and taking their questions. They already answered them for us, which is fantastic. I know there's one from Monique, but I do have a couple of comments before we wrap up. Tina on Facebook said, Sorel is the best Christmas drink. And also Paul on Facebook, who says he's the president of the Nancy Droulet fan club.
Love
Um,
you, Paul.
Paul said,
We all are, Susan.
Oh, I know. I
Aw,
agree,
you
Cindy.
We
And
guys
I
are
all
Paul,
so
love
sweet.
Nancy.
Paul said a friend of mine is bringing me a bottle of Clement Shrub from New York. I believe that's from Monique.
The shrub is actually the drink that we have for Christmas. Yes. Thank you for talking about it.
Perfect.
I love it. I love it. All right. Well, we do have one quick question. So do you from Monique, do you recommend renting a car in Martinique?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Great. It's easy to
Definitely.
navigate.
It's easy to navigate, because we are French, we have the same French standard. So all of our signage is well marked. And also you are able to use Google Maps or even Waze in Martinique without problem. And I
Okay.
believe Waze is even better than Google Maps, according to what somebody told me about it. So it's good.
I
And I just
used it. It
I want to
worked.
say, not to forget, guys, because Nancy's contact, all this great information we're speaking about is on Nancy's pages on
Mhm.
spoiledagent.com. You go down to tourist boards there, and you're going to find out great information, including the agent portals. We have a US page and a Canada page for Nance. So all
Mhm.
this great information is there. And I know we have our lovely, lovely ladies joining us today, and we're really, really happy to have you all join us today and all of our spoiled agents from across Canada and the US. And I know, Nancy, you've got a great gift that you're going to give away to not one, but two spoiled agents later on this week, right?
Two. Yes, yes. We'll announce the winners before the end of the week. And actually, Susan, we should remind everybody to block off on the October 1st in the afternoon because we have a virtual trade show where we're bringing all the Caribbean to you in one spot. We have 27 booths confirmed. So we've got some airlines, we've got hotels, and we have a lot of our Caribbean partners. A lot of the countries will be there to do little presentations, to answer any of your questions, lots of downloadables that you can use to help sell more of the Caribbean, right?
Right. Well, I've added the links right now in all of the chats all across all our streaming platforms, including Zoom. And it's also on Nancy's page too. Again, on spoiledagent.com, go down on tourist boards and click on One Caribbean. It's going to be a fantastic virtual trade show. We've already started working on things from behind the scenes here at Spoiled
Yeah.
Agent. And we already have the registrations going on already, Nancy. It's going crazy already for you.
Amazing. Last year I think we had almost 1,000 registrations, which was fantastic. And we hope to see all of you again. And you can learn what's new and what to push, for each of the Caribbean countries that's participating. Absolutely.
I see Nicole on Zoom said she's already registered. If you're
Awesome.
joining us on Facebook, I see some new eyes on Facebook. Before we sign off, please make sure you add your email in the comments and let us know you've registered for Nancy's virtual trade show as well. We really love to hear it. No problem. We understand if you guys have to run. We really appreciate all of the time from our spoiled agents across Canada and the US to carve out this hour with us. Cindy, Monique, Crystal, and Nancy, of course, our
We
friends
love
of the spoiled
you.
agent. We love you all. And all the ladies today, you guys did a great job showcasing your beautiful, beautiful islands. And we really appreciate it, Nance. Anything else?
We appreciate you. We appreciate all the spoiled agents. We appreciate all the support. Think of us in the Caribbean. We're there for you. We want to welcome all your clients. Don't forget to register on the One Caribbean Canada or One Caribbean USA site. It helps us bring you more Caribbean. Okay? Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great
Have a good day.
afternoon.